Hi! Today I'm going to talk to you all about poltergeists. The word poltergeist comes from the German words poltern, meaning to make sound, and geist, meaning ghost or spirit. So the term poltergeist translates to noisy ghost, which is a pretty good way to describe a poltergeist. Poltergeists are supernatural beings who are responsible for moving things around, making noises like knocking on doors and stuff like that, things levitating, things being thrown across the room, stuff like that. Now, something I want to tell you about poltergeists is that poltergeists actually are not ghosts. They're not spirits like a lot of people think that they are. Poltergeist activity is the result of psychic energy generated by a person referred to as an agent. Usually the person is doing it unconsciously. They are not aware that they are causing this activity. These agents are typically females in their teens, and usually it's when you're under emotional stress. Usually these people are psychics. They have some form of psychic ability, psychokinesis abilities, and when they're under that emotional stress, they can't control it, and before you know it, you have lights flickering, you have stuff getting thrown across rooms. It's not a spirit. It's all coming from that emotional anger and emotional stress. Usually over time, as the person gets better as far as stress and, being depressed or anything like that goes, the activity also disappears. Poltergeist activity is surprisingly common-ish. It can be triggered at any time by a person going through trauma. Poltergeists do have the potential of being very dangerous, and moving out of a house where there's poltergeist activity does not mean that it's going to stop, because usually the person who is causing the poltergeist activity is the one moving, so it's going to occur in the new place you live too. There are signs that you may have a poltergeist. The first sign is disappearing objects. Like, you might put your keys down, and then later you go to find them and they're not there. You could have sworn you put them there, you look around, you can't find them, and then usually a couple hours later or days, they're right where you left them, where you always put them, or they're in a completely different place where you would never put them. That has happened to me before. Not with keys, though. Another sign is scents and odors. You might get you might start smelling something that you would normally smell in your house. That's just cigarette smoke. Say no one in your family smokes. Nobody smoke. You know that there's nobody around your house smoking. There's no way for smoke to get in your house, and you might smell smoke. Same thing goes for other things. Like, for example, in one place that I lived, I smelt the scent of cinnamon all the time. Another sign is electrical interference. For example, you might come home from a bad day at work or school, and you might notice the lights, flicker or turn on and off, and your TV might turn on, your stove might turn on, just your electrical stuff is just going crazy. Another sign is things that have no batteries or are not plugged in will work. For example, a lamp will be on but not plugged into the wall, or say you have kids and your kid's toy is going off, making a lot of noise, and then you just can't take it anymore, and you go to check the toy to take the batteries out, and then you notice there are already no batteries in there. Another sign is knocking, footsteps, just noises in general. Poltergeists like making noise. You might hear the sound of something dropping, something being thrown across the room, like I said, knocking on doors, walls, footsteps. The list goes on. Another sign is physical attacks, like you're just sitting there doing whatever you're doing, and then you get a candle or the coffee pot, I don't know, wherever you're at, something gets thrown across the room and just hits you right in the head, or they say that you might have scratches that just appear out of nowhere. While I think that's something that's more demonic, I don't think that is poltergeist activity. if you're having poltergeist activity and you experience scratches, you might have a demon acting as a poltergeist. There are a few different stages of poltergeist activity. There's the passive stage where you know that there's something going on, but you don't really pay much attention to it. It's nothing big, like, oh, I probably put my keys there and just forgot that I put them there. I didn't put them where I usually put them. I just don't remember doing that. And then usually the stage after that is an obvious presence, which is when you're like, I definitely did not put the keys there. I put them over there. And you'll usually start noticing other things like maybe cold spots, flickering lights, noises, just all that poltergeisty stuff. The next stage, I believe, is increased kinetic activity. And I read on a website that people like to call this the holy crap phase. Because I guess when you're in this space, you're like, holy crap, that just happened. Has anyone ever been in a situation like that where something paranormal happened and you're just like sitting there and you just stare for a minute and then you're just like, well, that just happened. I have done that before. In this stage, you know, the lights might like hardcore flicker on and off, and doors may open and close, and you'll start hearing a crap ton of banging and footsteps, and this is the phase where you might start feeling unseen hands touching you and just all that crazy stuff. The next phase is usually where the poltergeist will target a specific person, one person. They'll start, you know, having objects thrown at them and like things moving around and just basically messing with that one person. And then the last stage is the dangerous stage where it's gonna start attacking you, like throwing things at you that could kill you upon impact, scratches, just all that crazy stuff. Like I said, like they say that scratches and stuff like that are associated with poltergeists, but I feel like that is definitely something more demonic. A poltergeist can happen at anywhere, anytime. You don't have to be living in a haunted house. You could be moving into a brand new house where there's no history of hauntings or anything like that, or deaths, and the poltergeist activity can start because it is the person, the agent, who is causing the poltergeist activity. The poltergeist activity is not caused from a spirit or a haunting. So if you're experiencing poltergeist activity, I would definitely try to sort out who in the family might be going through a lot of rough times right now and just feeling not so good, and just try to calm down and just let it go. Let the poltergeist activity go. Don't let that poltergeist push you around. Just know that you are creating that, so it is you who has to stop that. You can do it. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, then please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more paranormal videos. I will see you in my next video. Bye!